talked to Moses as a burning bush. Then he sent angels. He was like, Gabriel, get in here. And Gabriel's like, yes, sir, I have my horn. Do you want to hear a song? God's like, hell no. Gabriel, I need you to go down to earth and find Mary. Gabriel's like, do you have a last name, sir? Mary, it's not Magdalene, it's the other one. Oh, you'll recognize her. She has a halo and she stands like this. Okay, sir. Go down to earth, find Mary, and tell her she's gonna have my child. Excuse me, sir? Tell Mary she's gonna be my baby's mama. Sir, you want me to tell her? Well, I can't do it. She's only 14, it'll be inappropriate. Anything else, sir? Yeah, when you're down there, get me some hummus. And look out for frogs. They're everywhere. I'm Catholic. Catholics believe that God has sent Mary down to earth numerous times. These are called Marian visitations. Mary usually comes down and talks to the least helpful person she can find. Mary will be like, you French peasant girl, build me a church. And the girl's like, I'm 12. But my favorite Marian visitation is when Mary visited Mexico. She visited Juan Diego. Juan Diego was an Aztec convert who used to walk 10 miles every day to church. 10 miles. And one day Juan Diego was walking to church and Mary appeared and she's like, Juan Diego, tell the bishop to build a church here. And Juan Diego's like, I've been Catholic for a week. And Mary's like, just do it. So Juan Diego walked all the way into town, all the way into town, all the way into town. And he found the bishop and he's like, Bishop, Jesus' mom told me to tell you to build a church closer to where I live. And the bishop was like, do you have proof? And Juan Diego's like, she made it sound like you guys knew each other. And the next day, Juan Diego's uncle, who he lived with, became ill, and the uncle sent him into town for help. And as Juan Diego was leaving, he remembered Mary, and he's like, I don't want to run into her. So he went a different way, thinking he could trick God's mom. And Mary was like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, my uncle's sick, I'm going to get him help. And the bishop, he said he needs proof. And Mary said, I'll deal with your uncle. Go into the mountains and pick these flowers and bring them to the bishop as proof. And Juan Diego's like, I don't think you know what proof is. But he went into the mountains and he picked all these flowers and he put them in his cape and he walked all the way into town and he found the bishop and he said, Bishop, Jesus' mom told me to tell you to build a church closer to where I live. And the bishop was like, do you have proof? And Juan Diego's like, I hope you like flowers. And he dropped his cape, and all these roses that were not in season fell to the ground. And on his cape was an image of Kanye West. No, it was the Virgin Mary, you sinners. But as a result, the bishop built the church closer to where Juan Diego lived. All of Mexico became Catholic, and Juan Diego's uncle invented the burrito. And if you don't believe that, you're going to hell.
I had to talk to my kids about death recently because our dog died. So I had to tell them, you know, it's a sad thing when your dog dies and you got to tell the kids. I mean, you got to tell them. You got to tell them at some point. You can't just keep going, wait a minute, there he goes. What? Wait. Oh, wait a minute, he was right here. Where'd he go? That little scamp. He's a quick one. Go after him. There he goes. It's a sad thing when you got to tell your kids that the dog is dead, but I had to tell them. And you know what? I was proud of them. I was proud of them how they owned their feelings about it. They cried. They talked about the dog. And I thought, you know what? This was a positive thing. That's how you start to think it as a parent. It's sad that your dog died, but it was an opportunity. You get to talk about death with the kids. It's like a dry run for grandma. It is, and it's a positive thing. And if you're a parent, you have to view it that way. It's a good thing. Your dog dies, you get to deal with death with your kids. And then whatever, like a few months later, you're like, so you know all that stuff we talked about? About the dog? Yeah, so grandma now. All the same stuff. All right, you got it? Okay, I'm going out. Good night. dog hated me. It was one of the saddest things about my life. I wanted a dog so badly. I was about 10 years old, and I begged my mother for a dog. And she didn't want to give me one because I was a messy, shitty little kid. She said, if we get a dog, it's going to be disgusting in here, because it's already disgusting because you're a smelly, disgusting little boy. She didn't say all that. But that's how she looked at me my whole childhood. So one day my mother finally said to me, I'm gonna make a deal with you. She said, you can get a dog if you keep your room clean for 1 month. And I was like, hallelujah, I'm getting a dog. I told everybody at school, I'm getting a dog, because I knew I was gonna get a dog, because all I had to do was clean my room for 1 month. So I cleaned my room, I kept it clean for about 2 weeks, and then it just went to shit. It was disgusting. There was just shit smeared on the walls. It was gross. Then I tried again, 3, 4 days maybe, fucking horrible again. And I remember thinking, I'm 10 years old and I already know my life is gonna be horrible. Because I can't do a thing to get a thing. I should kill myself right now. And finally my mom was like, well, get a dog. Jesus, you're bumming everybody out. So she got us a dog, and the dog hated me. And it hurt because I took care of the dog. I was very kind to the dog, but he hated me, so he must have just hated who I am inside. And you could tell how he felt because he was a very expressive dog. He was a terrier, you know, he had eyebrows. He had a very expressive face. I would walk in the room and the dog would go like, oh, fuck, I can't. I gotta go. Doggy. We'd go for walks, and I had to use a leash, and I didn't want to use the leash. I want to be one of those cool guys with a dog that just comes along. Hey, dog, come on. You know, it's always some guy with like a suede jacket and scruffy hair. He's got an old pickup truck, and he gets in and he goes, come on, dog, and he goes, you know those guys that can whistle, that cool whistle that I can't whistle? Woo, or whatever. And the dog jumps in, and they both get laid somewhere because this guy's so cool. That's what I wanted. But I would walk my dog and I had to have a leash, and the leash was like taut. It wasn't even like, we're cool, we're friends. It was like, how far can I get my face from this child? He would choke himself the whole walk. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. And if I ever stumbled and dropped the leash, he was like, he was gone. He would go, I'm not your dog. And he would run like a slave. He would just disappear. That's how he ran. It's an apt description. I'm just being accurate. He didn't run like a deer. This is how deers run. My dog ran like this. He ran away about 20 times. Then we get a call from the dog pound. Hi, we have your dog. You can hear my dog in the background going, don't. Fucking kid's gonna come back and get me.
Famous people are often rude because they're used to getting things really quickly. And I bet a lot of us are pretty polite. But as soon as we get things quickly, we start to get ruder and ruder. Like, look at technology. It's faster than ever, and we're like ruder than ever. People walk around on the phone now like, hello? Hello? You still there? Lost him. And that's it. No follow through with that guy. 50 years ago, if you were on the telephone with your friend and suddenly the line just went dead, that meant your friend was murdered. The phone used to be a big deal. It was a long, polite process. Back in the 1940s, the phone was like a wood box with a thing on it. I don't know. And it had its own room. You go, ooh, that's the phone's room. And it was expensive. You'd wait all week to make your call. You go, ooh, it's almost Tuesday. And then you'd take the cup on the string or whatever. I don't know. And there weren't even numbers. You just go, hello, hello, anyone? Anyone in the world? And then you go, operator, ring me Neptune 5, 117. And the operator is a real person that you had to be nice to. And she'd be like, 1 moment, please. I'm putting wires into a board filled with holes to move the voices around, because it is the 40s. And it took like 90 minutes. Now people just drive around screaming at their phones like, call home! Calling the mobile for Tom. Not fucking Tom! Not funny!
It's the people who accomplish shit during this that I resent the most. People who wrote a book or finished their thesis or like built a porch out of elm. To them, I offer my most heartfelt entreaty that you take a long, luxurious, frothy, soothing, brisk, cold drink out of my ass. I learned to bake bread. Wow. Next to agriculture, I'm guessing bread might be the earliest of human endeavors. Let me get this straight. You've learned to do something that people have been doing for 25,000 years, and I'm supposed to hear about it and not kill myself out of boredom halfway through the brr part of the word? People have been making bread since people were people, since they could stand upright and had a thumb and went, hey, this is squishy, let's eat it. Really, you learned to bake bread? People have been making bread for 25,000 years. Did you also learn to paint a bison on a wall? I laid on the couch and cried for a year and a half, all right? And smoked weed and cried. I watched like Norwegian detective shows, and I don't even like them. I just watched them and cried. Because every day you'd get up and Orange 45 would be spitting drugs out his nose and telling you to eat bleach or whatever. There was nothing to do but drink constantly, every moment. Drink on your grape nuts in the morning, on your tuna sandwich in the afternoon, and then when that bread that you baked that you couldn't fucking eat that the dog wouldn't eat. A couple gallons of wine to wash that chunk down. Who accomplished shit? I have no skills. I'm a comedian. What am I gonna hew wood and draw water and shit? Look at me. I'm an artist. I press flowers in a book. Poetry fills my soul. I can't be reduced to doing nothing all day. What am I, Walt Whitman? I'm gonna go outside and look at a tree and think about it and shit? Fuck you, I play in clubs. I'm gonna come back after a year and a half and go to you guys, man, there was a bird in my lawn. Then there were two. That was August. I just lie. People are like, what have you been doing? I'm like, oh, I play the oboe now. I speak Portuguese. I went on a vision quest for 17 days in the mountains, and now I can make chicken tetrazzini without thinking.
I have a 12-year-old son, which makes me feel old, but I'm young, so it just makes me feel real fucking irresponsible. He lives with just me, which I love, because I get to go out and do shows, come home and bake him cookies, and I'm like, look at me, I'm Murphy Brown doing it all. It's just fun. He's a cool kid. I know a lot of parents say their kids are cool, but in my case, it's just a fact. My son is like if you shrunk down a gangster rapper. He's always shirtless and eating fried chicken and cursing. He's real bad with money. He's a cool kid. He has autism. He's also a bit of an asshole. Some people don't really like it when respond. If you only use about 30 words and your 3 favorite are more pancakes, biatch. Actually, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's probably the next single off his album. I didn't know how to describe raising a child with autism for a very long time until I went to a festival one summer. Then it kind of became clear to me. Because to me, taking care of this child is like taking care of your very best friend after they've done way too many shrooms. While you yourself are on a moderate amount of shrooms. I'm not confident with every decision that I'm making. But I know you should not be eating a mouse pad right now. I didn't even know they still made those.
Oh yeah, we went to this amusement park, and my daughter wanted me to go on this roller coaster with her. I don't like roller coasters, and they're not even the kind I grew up with. I mean, you know, it's not like Thomas the Train where you're. This thing is, I think it was called Dueling Diarrhea. It's at Universal Studios. You know what I'm talking about? Takes off in 2 opposite directions at the same time, and at the end, they just miss each other. Well, I don't need that kind of shit in my life. And this thing is basically a little wider than a meat hook, and you're just hanging from that. Your legs are hanging free, your arms are hanging free. There's a metal bar, and then the guy you're going to get killed with. And they got some 17-year-old checking your seatbelt, and I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. You can't even control your own complexion. I'm not going to put my life in your hands. And they don't even warn you. This thing takes off like a rocket sled. I mean, they don't go, is everybody ready to go? This guy's like, I heard tomorrow. And all you hear is screams for like 8 seconds, and then it's back. And everyone looks like they just saw where you go when you die. They do. They do. My daughter said, Dad, she took me to a video booth. Look, we can get a picture of you and me on the roller coaster. Everybody on there is like this. Like they're coming out of a funeral home on a conveyor belt. I said, I'm not going on. She said, really, Dad? And I said, I don't want to do it. I just, She said, look at all the kids on this ride. What's the worst thing that could happen? Well, how about the roller coaster derails at 180 miles an hour and we fly out into the parking lot? And then I'm steering myself in a wheelchair by blowing in a straw for the rest of my life. Sound like a fair trade for 8 seconds on a ride? Not to mention what that would do for my career. Here's your headliner, Robert Schimmel. Not funny, but how long do you think you could live like that before your wife's banging some other guy? And they're doing it right in your house, and you can't even catch them because they can hear you coming. So they're in another room doing it, and you're like, shit, your husband's coming. It's It's going to take him 20 minutes. Don't stop. I put a speed bump in the hallway. You know, I don't know where the idea for that joke came from. But I do remember the first time I did it, I was at a theater in Michigan, and I came off stage. There was like 400 people in the lobby, and all of a sudden the crowd parts, and here's a guy in a wheelchair blowing himself over to me, and everyone in the crowd's like, I gotta see this. And I'm like, oh man, you're pissed off about the joke, right? He said, I'm a little upset. And I said, I didn't mean anything malicious by it. And he said, oh, I got a sense of humor about being in a wheelchair, but there's like 9 different ways my wife and I can have sex, and you didn't mention any of them. And then I felt really shitty, because I was married for 29 years, and we only had 2 ways. And one of them she didn't have to be there for.
You guys, you know how sometimes when you're smoking crack, you're like, Jesus Christ, this pipe is so hot, it's gonna burn my goddamn lips off. But I don't really care, because this crack is so good. That's how I feel about Outback Steakhouse's shrimp on the Barbie. That shit is hot, but that shit is good. You know what I'm saying?
It's like kids with cancer. Fuck you, little kid with cancer. You're rude too. Little kids are dying of cancer, and everyone goes out and they have these foundations like Locks of Love, where people shave their heads for the little kids with cancer. Oh, we're gonna make wigs for the little kid with cancer. That should be such an affront to any bald or balding man in this room, where some child is dying of leukemia, and you as a parent, your biggest concern, oh yeah, he's gonna croak any day, but God forbid he dies looking like you. Not my baby. Get him a wig. Doll him up for the grave. It's fucking hair. Who gives a shit? This is not a medical condition. This isn't painful. It's fucking hair. This kid's 6 years old. He's not trying to get pussy. What's fucking wrong with you? God forbid my child dies without having learned our grotesque obsession with personal appearance and vanity. I'm not just fucking with you. I got a situation going on right there. It's not bald. You've committed. This is a little something there. I can pull on it. If you put a cigarette lighter to that, you'd get a small foof. There's a little side. This is a running argument with my girlfriend, where she'll go, you should put some sunblock on your bald spot. You're getting red. Like, it's not a bald spot. There's technically hair on there. And I took this to an extreme where one night, shit-faced, which I don't have to, you'll know by the story, I shaved my entire head, razor shaved to the bone, everything except for this spot right here. And I came out of the bathroom so proud of myself. Go, where's my bald spot now, Bingo? Point to it. Point to the part of my head that you just referred to as my bald spot. Is it here? What's this? Oh, is that my hairy spot now? Say it. Say it out loud, Bingo. Yes, that's your hairy spot, Doug Stanhope. And I'm always wrong and you're always right. And then I had to walk around with that haircut for a week till I rubbed it in enough while all my friends are going, what the fuck did you do to your head? What is that? Did you lose a bet? No, I won a bet. Technically, I won a bet. Right there. And then I thought, wouldn't it be magnanimous of me to donate my hairy spot to some little kid dying of cancer?
Just go down to that Locks of Love supermarket parking lot, everyone's shaving their head vest. Find the kid that showed up late. Don't worry, little buddy, I got you covered. Right here, I'm gonna give you this. Yeah, right down here in front of everyone. You wanna look like that? You wanna look like some elderly Jew who's still wearing the same lucky yarmulke for the last 70 years? Now it's all threadbare and wispy. Because I'm gonna give that to you. You wanna wear that pompadour of shame into your little tiny grave? I'm willing. But no kid with cancer would ever want my hairy spot. It's not good enough for them. Because they're rude. Go sit with your puker friend in the back, kid with cancer. You're both rude. I know you're having a bad day, but you don't take it out on people who are trying to give back to the community. It's the only part of my body I could donate that isn't toxic at this point. A little fucking chemo wisp. Good.
I was eating some candy, and on the pack it said made with natural and artificial flavors. You could just say flavors at that point. You've just covered all of them. We don't have any other flavors in this world made with supernatural flavors. Holy shit. I don't know why great abs are considered attractive. I know that they are considered attractive, but biologically, I don't understand what we're communicating there. You see a guy with great abs and you're like, wow, that guy could shit really fast. Whoa. I bet women love that. Pop it out, buddy. When I look at the clouds, I see so many animals. Like mostly sheep who've lost their heads and legs. I want to buy something from one of those infomercials, and then when I'm on the phone with them, I'll be like, hey, listen, I'm not going to pay for the shipping, but I will pay for the handling. Just want you to handle it, but then put it back, all right? Just give me your word that it will be handled. Someone else can have it, but I just want it handled a little bit extra. Fondle it. I don't care. Fondle it. Just handle it, fondle it, poke it. And whatever end's supposed to be up, put it down for a couple minutes. I don't care. When someone describes himself as a taxpayer, they're about to be an asshole. Yeah. If I were really rich, I think I would have like one of those secret bookcases that moves to the side. You know, that'd be cool. And behind it, I would just have another bookcase. And people would be like, this guy is mysterious and he reads even more than I thought. Wow. I'm a very secretive person, by the way. I'm very private. Somebody asked me, can you keep a secret? And I was like, I can't tell you the answer to that question. Okay. If you're wondering at home what's going on, thanks. I'm just making out with some of the cute girls in the audience. Not doing any awkward stuff on stage. Got it under control.
I saw an article the other day. It said the movie Snow White is now problematic. And it's like, all right, look, if a movie is 75 plus years old, let's just assume there's a few problems and go about our day. We don't need a think piece every time. And of course, I read the article and it said, look, the movie is problematic because he kisses her and she's sleeping. There's no consent. And I was like, all right, but it was a quick kiss and it saved her life. It's not like he's making out with her while jacking off and the dwarves are filming. It was pretty tastefully done. I don't think that movie has ever inspired a sexual assault. I don't think there's a dude in prison right now like, Disney lied. If you pass out and you get kissed by a prince, it's not exactly the worst case scenario, you know? I'm not saying it's okay, but that's if you're unconscious, that is most likely not who's gonna kiss you. Maybe Prince Andrew, but normally, you know, it's right, all right. Is the canceling real anymore? I don't know. Cut to me in a basement in 2 years. Like, it's real. It's very real. But some of it seems ridiculous. Dr. Seuss last year, they were like, he's canceled. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's dead. I don't know. He's not frantically checking his Twitter right now. I saw one that said Dr. Seuss is under fire. I was like, he's underground. He's not with us anymore. I guess he had some racist stuff in some of the lesser known children's books. Of course, Tucker Carlson comes in the news like, they're coming for Seuss. It's Seuss today. It could be any of us tomorrow. You need to pick a side in the Seuss wars. There were people spending thousands of dollars on the racist Dr. Seuss books for I don't know what occasion. I don't know when you break those out. Daddy, will you read me Cat in the Hat? He's like, nah, I got the good shit. We're gonna do a little Jew in the zoo tonight. It's amazing how openly anti-Semitic some of these politicians will be too. Right? You'll get like there was that representative here in Illinois, Mary Miller, and she went viral because she goes, "Look, Hitler was right about one thing: the youth is the future." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think you had to quote Hitler there. That's a pretty widely held belief." There's a Whitney Houston song you could have mentioned. I don't think that was a Fuhrer exclusive, but it's like Ted Bundy always said, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So, you know. Marjorie Taylor Greene said she went to the Holocaust Museum. I was reading this article, and knowing her, I thought the next sentence was going to be like, I don't buy it, but she went the other way. She said it was actually way worse than she thought. Also a weird thing for an adult to be like, you guys might not know this, but the Holocaust was really bad. But then she said, it wasn't just Jews in those camps. And I was like, yeah, but it was our thing. If you're a non-Jew in a concentration camp, I bet you were looking around like, is there someone I can talk to? I think a mistake has been made. Everyone around you's complaining. You're like, you think you have it bad. I'm not even supposed to be here. So. Surely there's a manager I can speak to. I know I sound like one of them. I'm not. But. She said Jehovah's Witnesses were in the concentration camps. Isn't it crazy that there was a time where people would knock on their door and they were like, shit. Yeah. Water break. I earned it. I watched too many of those Holocaust documentaries, and I was watching that one. This awful Nazi. This guy, they named him Ivan the Terrible, one of the worst human beings ever. Gassed more Jews than anyone. Escaped. He's living in Ohio with a family. There were people that swore his innocence. They were like, it's not him. He's never even gotten a speeding ticket. I was like, it's him. If you're a war criminal trying to keep a low profile, you're going to be very careful at every intersection. I used to hate reckless drivers. Now I see someone going 7 or 8 below, like, you fucking Nazi pig. What are you hiding from?
A little rainy out there, but it's nice. That's the temperature it's supposed to be. Remember when weather wasn't frightening? Because now if it's unseasonably warm or unseasonably cold, we all give each other a look like, this means we're all going to die. There's a flood coming. Now, admit it, when you left your house, you used to think, do I need a coat? Now you're like, should I buy a boat? I don't know much about global warming, but I do know they stopped debating it. 5 years ago, there was always a guy on TV like, there's no proof the earth is warming. And now that same guy's like, well, what are you going to do? What? The people that live on the coastline should sell their homes. To who? We'll figure it out later on. Something's happening. In 20 years, what are we going to tell our children and grandchildren? Because they're going to ask us, they're going to come to us, they're going to be like, did you know about global warming? And we're going to be like, I heard about it. It was more of a rumor back then, really. Did you protest like that Greta lady? Kinda. Yeah, there was a pandemic. We didn't really do groups. I brought my own cup to Starbucks. There's floods, there's fires, there's a pandemic. In biblical times, these would have been messages from God. Like, we don't know, God might be up there right now like, are they getting any of these messages? Is anything getting through? And God's assistant's like, no, sir. Set the entire state of California on fire. Did they get the message? One woman is saying it's space lasers, sir. What about the pandemic? I said a plague. They're blaming the guy who came up with Microsoft Word. I miss the days when you could send a plague and people would listen. Because that's how God used to communicate. He was unhappy. He'd send a plague. That was like his sad face emoji. God would send a plague and humans would interpret it like, well, he either wants you to let the Hebrews go or, wow, he really wants us to eat these frogs. This is a lot of frogs. I love how that was one of the plagues. Like, God got his assistant together. He's like, write down all these plagues. And the assistant's like, yes, sir, yes, sir. We're going to freak that Pharaoh out. First, we're going to turn all the water into blood, water into blood. And the assistant's like, water into blood. Got it, sir. All right, now we're going to take it up a notch. Frogs. And the assistant's like, what about frogs, sir? That's the second plague. You know, everyone's frightened of frogs. They are, sir. Oh, yeah, I created frogs, and I'm terrified. What are frogs? Are they fish? Are they lizards? They're amphibians, sir. They're amphibians, sir. Just write down the damn plagues. I don't pay you for your commentary. I like how there were 10 plagues. 10 plagues. You know, like there were albums God released. Like a catalog. Was there ever a retrospective where God was interviewed? He was like, yes, my 10 plagues. They really were a reflection of where I was at the time. I knew I wanted to start with water into blood. I was going to do water into wine, but I thought I'd save that for my son. And then the frogs. I was in a crazy place. I had just watched a bunch of Muppet movies.
currently the Instagram of Dorian Gray, and I received it as a Christmas present last year. Christmas at the Miller is always a big holiday built around home and hearth. Each season, my young sons and I go into the kitchen and prepare a big batch of gingerbread transgenders. A little extra dough, but everybody feels included. Included. And isn't that what it's all about? Every single moment of every single day. Listen, I'm happy for Caitlyn Jenner. I assume that if man gets to that point in his life, he really has to do it. I'm sincerely happy. But can I get like a weekend to process this sort of stuff? Like, who is that? The decathlon champion, Bruce Jenner. He's on the cover of Vanity Fair in a camisole? I'm not against it. I just got to figure that out for a second. I mean, all of a sudden, blackjack's 22. Can I get a... Do I still hit on 14, or do I... But we get so silly about it. Listen, I think most of us could care less or are empathetic. I'm happy when people are happy, but... But boy, we get so crazy about it. I read an interview with the actress Jessica Lange where a guy was interviewing. He said, "You're so absolutely beautiful. You remind me of somebody I saw on the red carpet last night, Caitlyn Jenner." And Jessica Lange on the phone has to say, I'm so flattered. And you know, she's thinking, what are you fucking kidding me? Jessica Lange. Did you see King Kong, for God's sake? I'm a 65-year-old woman. She's a 69-year-old new woman. Now, what? That's beyond the pale. But you know, she can't do that. She can't even say, I kind of take that as a compliment. She has to say, thank you. The curtain comes down like a guillotine, and if you're not on the right side of it, look at the people in North Carolina, for God's sakes. All they said is, we'd like to keep public bathrooms the status quo. They are all of a sudden, you know, Pol Pot, Torquemada, the worst people who ever lived. It's so funny to me, the progressives don't even sense the irony of the fact that they all want to go to Havana, Cuba, but none of them will connect through Charlotte, North Carolina anymore. You ladies in the crowd, you'd be very happy if the first female president ended up being a transgendered man, wouldn't you? Sure you would.
Turn off your cell phones. I mean, you can take pictures, but turn off the flash. That's stupid because it's not. You know, like when you're watching the World Series and there's all like that, like your flash is lighting Yankee Stadium. Just leave your flash off. If you have, don't yell out during the show. If you have something you want to say to me, totally. This is what we do. We write it down, and then you go outside in the lobby, and then you go home and you kill yourself. Because that's selfish. This is a rhetorical performance. It's got nothing to do with you. Don't text or Twitter during the show. Just live your life. Don't keep telling people what you're doing. Just because also, it lights up your big dumb face. It lights it up. I see this beautiful sea of darkness and then just one guy. So don't do that. What else? No Jews. I think they said that earlier, but they told me I have to say it. Jews aren't allowed. If you're Jewish, this is a good time to go. If you see somebody kind of Jewy looking, then please tell an usher, and they will. Sir, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
That wasn't so bad. I slept like most of it. Yeah. I don't usually do that. Grueling 7-city tour. Was it even 7 cities? I think it was. Good to be home. Gonna go back to my local coffee shop. Maybe get an iced coffee. Although it's stronger, the iced coffee. Yeah, I'll probably get an iced coffee. I deserve it. After.
Hello?
This guy's calling me.
Yes, yeah. 还问的家伙的 stop, right?
And then I realized I have a finished garage. I have a finished garage with heat and power. So what I did was I got one of those Wi-Fi range extenders and I put it in there so I could have the internet. And then I need a reason to be in the garage, right? So I convinced my wife, I said I always wanted to work on some projects. She's like, what do you mean projects? I'm like, like woodworking. She's like, I never knew you were so handy. And I was like, oh, I'm very handy. Very handy. There's gonna be some serious handwork going down here. But I don't know fucking anything about building stuff. So I went on Craigslist, I bought a bunch of old tools. Awesome dude. I'm like, this is great. And then I went on eBay and I found a guy and he was selling these rustic shoe racks. And I messaged him, I'm like, I love your rustic shoe racks. And he was like, thank you. And I was like, I'd like to buy 3. He's like, wow, that's amazing. I'm like, 1 finished, 1 just started, and 1 about halfway. And he writes me back, are you masturbating in your garage? I most certainly am. He waited 2 days to write me back after that. And he just wrote, me too. P.S. I know how to build shit, though. So I couldn't have him sent right to me. I had to get him sent to my neighbor, Kenny. And I smuggled him in the garage. I hid the midway and the finished one, and I set it out, and I just got some 2x4s, and I made wood shavings everywhere. So it looked like something was going on, and this was my new Jack Shack. It was fantastic. I was just like a fiend in there, and I had wood shavings everywhere. I didn't need Kleenex. I could just jerk off right on them. It was like a bar floor. It just congeals like a rice cake. That usually gets an applause. It's too late. It's already happened. And in fact, my wife and I, we came home one day, and she walks in the garage, and she's like, why is it crunchy? And I told her, I'm like, it's carpenter's glue. It's carpenter's glue. She's like, okay, look, it's coming along well. It's taking you a while. I'm like, well, I'm not, super handy. I'm doing my best. It's naughty pine. So eventually I put the halfway one. Then I finally I pushed it long enough. I revealed the finished one. And my wife's like, this is really good. You made this. This is fucking impressive. I'm like, thank you. And then she put it on Facebook. She's like, look what my man made. And everyone's like, that's amazing. And my wife comes to me. She goes, you could sell these? I'm like, as if some homemade rustic shoe rack. She goes, no, I looked on eBay. There's a fucking guy selling these for $125. They look identical. I'm like, okay. And she's like, I think if you priced it under 100, like 75, this is just like, wood and glue and screws, it's like serious profit, right? You could do that, right? I'm like, I guess, sure. Yeah, so I'm a power seller now on eBay. I'm the only power seller on eBay that loses $50 a transaction. This This guy loves me. I'm his only client. He knows. He's like, yeah, you got a listing, don't you? I'm like, yeah, fuck. Now, a lot of young people were like, oh my, are you serious? You lose $50 every time? But anyone in a relationship is like, $50, if that's what it costs to jerk off in peace, you're a fucking legend. So, thank you, 5 married guys that can't jerk off.
You do seem like a cool guy. What's your name? Aaron? Do you have any tattoos? You don't? Neither do I. We should be besties. Yeah. Do your friends ever tell you to get a tattoo? I get it all the time. Tom, you should get a tattoo. You should get a tattoo. And I'm like, I fucking know. But first, I need a really shitty story to go along with it. Because everybody with a tattoo has a boring fucking tale about why and when it happened. It's always like, I just graduated from high school, so I'm going to get a sailboat on my beanbag. And you're like, all right. Really? Sometimes it's all right, you know? Sometimes it's like, my uncle died. Here's a butterfly. And you're like, I fucking got it. But for every one of those stories, there's like 1,000. Well, we were in Myrtle Beach, and I didn't think Todd could eat that many waffles. So I got the Chinese symbol of loyalty. What? I don't know. We were drunk. Fuck it. Some are cool. Sometimes people get them for dumb reasons, okay? Like my cousin, she volunteered at this orphanage in South America. That's nice. And she got back and she was like, I never want to forget those kids. And I was like, cool. What are you going to do? Start writing letters? No. I'm going to get a tattoo of a leaf from their village. Right here. Okay, so you want to honor the children of Bolivia by letting every guy with a thumb ring drop a hot load of gag sauce on the monument of their hope. Why don't you get a couple of clit rings so you don't forget your weekend in Machu Picchu? That shit is lame. Unless you get a tattoo on your face. Now that is a good look. I like a tattoo on the face. Tattoo on the face says, hey, why tap dance when we can tango? Doesn't it? You tattoo your face, you're basically saying, hey world, I'm going to go ahead and exchange any and all possibilities of normal human interaction for the gift of instilling paralyzing fear in anyone that looks in my direction. Now, that might sound like a piss-poor trade-off to you, but how about I stab you in the throat, because I don't really give a shit, because I'm fucking crazy, and that's why I have a crying clown tattooed on my face.
That's like all day for me is, if I screw up, I gotta fix it. I have to balance the ledger. In my mind, there's a ledger. I screw up, okay, I gotta do something to balance that out. And I never know, like, here's the latest example was, my daughter's favorite show is a Disney show called Doc McStuffins. That's her favorite show right now. And it's a little girl and puts on a magic stethoscope and her toys come to life and she operates on them. I don't know other way, that's what the show is, which is, oh, Mrs. Potato Head's having a breech birth. So, but it's a sweet show. It's really nice. My daughter loves it. It's her favorite show. So she says one day, I want to watch Doc McStuffins. Let's watch Doc McStuffins. So I have a lot of them on DVR, but I don't know what channel is going to be on when I turn the TV on. So I turn the TV on. Does anyone remember that Wolfman remake with Benicio del Toro? Remember that? Well, I turn the TV on. It is a close-up of Benicio. And he is Wolfman'd out. Like, I mean, just total Wolfman and blood, blood and just close, just like screaming as a werewolf. And my daughter doesn't cry, but she gets really still and her eyes get really big. And I'm like, oh shit, no, go, wait. And then I get Doc McStuffins on, but I flash forward in my head to when she's 25 going, yeah, the heroin takes care of the werewolf nightmares, Dad, thanks. So I have to fix the werewolf. So that night, we do Tubby and get her in her jammies, and then I'm reading her a lot of books, and then she goes, I want to watch movies on your pooter. She likes to watch stuff on the computer. So her favorite right now is Schoolhouse Rock. We watch Schoolhouse Rock. That's her favorite. I'm like, hey, that's good. We teach her something. We watch all of her favorites. We watch Interjections and Unpack Your Adjectives and Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla and Figure 8. And then there's a new one she sees. She goes, I want to watch that one. And it's Them Not So Dry Bones. There's a skeleton inside of you. And it's all about your bone. And she gets up and she's dancing and laughing. My foot bone connected to my ankle bone. And she's doing the dance. And I'm like, hey, I think, you know what? I think I've erased the werewolf. All right, sweetie, it's time for bed. Let's tuck you in. I tuck her in. I get into bed with the wife, turn the light out, going to sleep. 4 in the morning, she comes running in, screaming, bloody murder. And I'm thinking, oh, that fucking werewolf, god damn it. I'm like, what's up, sweetie? And my daughter's like, my skeleton is gonna come out of my body! My bones are gonna come out of my body! And my wife's like, what the hell did you show her? I'm like, it was a school, she was dancing to it! I'm like, sweetie, no, that's a cartoon. She goes, but it's a cartoon, the man skeleton came out and was dancing! Like, sweetie, no, it's pretend. I promise it's pretend. She goes, I wanna sleep with you guys! I go, sweetie, get in bed, I'm so sorry. She goes, do you promise that my skeleton's not gonna come out of my butt? Like, sweetie, no, I promise. It's all pretend. It's a cartoon that does not happen. Let's snuggle up. We all snuggle up. I get the lights out, and her breathing is calming down. She's doing okay. And then she starts laughing her ass off. She's laughing so hard. I go, sweetie, what is it? And then she says, the doggy was wearing a shirt. So I don't know anymore. If I ever show her Finding Nemo, I'm also going to show her Apocalypse Now. I don't know. Two fishies got eaten by a whale. I know, sweetie. But the helicopter man played music. And yes. Wasn't that funny when he played the music and they flew? Charlie doesn't surf.
Evidently, the jihadi John was killed in a drone strike. And I don't know how this affects the whole beheading video thing. Well, I don't know if it's going to work like True Detective now, where they film 8 episodes for a season and then they recast the whole thing now that Jihadi John is gone. But I watched season 1 of the beheading videos. I don't know if you caught it. I don't know if it's on Netflix yet. But the first run of 8, Jihadi John was the protagonist or antagonist, depending, I guess that's a glass half full kind of question. But he's the main guy. He would open the beheading video with this extended monologue, which runs a little too long. It's funnier than Fallon, but it's still... So you wrap it up, Jihadi John. But they had a different guest star in every episode in an orange jumpsuit. And he's down on his knees, and he really carried, the guest star carried every episode. Did you not see the beheading video, season 1? He had to carry the show because he's limited dialogue, that's hard acting. When you only have a few lines and you have to carry the whole show just with this stoicism in your face, trying to not betray your inner terror. You're nervous. It's your first time your parents are going to see you on TV, and you're trying not to laugh. You know, don't want to make the beheading blooper reel. Like, cut, do it again. Sorry, keep laughing. Well, my only critique about the beheading videos in this recent version, there was no cutting off of the head. You didn't watch? Jihadi John, blah, 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 and his black rag around his head. And then they put the knife to the guy's head, and then they just cut away to the beheaded body with the head sitting next to it. Like, if you remember old school early 2000s beheading videos, Nick Berg, Daniel Pearl, I was full on, eyes rolling back. This is just a beheaded video. It's not a beheading. It's past tense. It's soft-core beheadings. There's no penetration. You hope somebody is getting chewed out in an editing bay over at ISIS Central Casting. Louis, I saw your latest reel, and you're still missing a very integral part of a beheading video. It's the gurgly part. That's what the focus groups respond to, Louis. We're not making art films here.